Hello everyone, it's Serpent, and in this video I'll be showing you how binary decoders work. Here's one I built earlier. As you can see, you have 4 levers, and depending on the number that you input in binary, in other words, this is a 1, this is a 0, that's a 2, etc. If you don't know how binary works, you can look it up. It's not obscure or anything, you'll have no trouble finding it. But basically, you input the number in binary with these switches, then you get the number out on this these lamps. For example, this is 0. It starts 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. So this is 0, that's 1, that's 3, that's 2, etc. The reason this is useful, in case you were wondering, is instead of having these 16 lamps, each mapped out to 1 lever each, so 16 levers, you can use 4 levers instead, and that's pretty useful. It means you can fit a lot of extra wire, or you can make it much easier to navigate your system, whatever that may be. So I'm going to show you how it works. Before I can explain how the actual binary decoding works, I need to explain to you and show you how this little splitter works. So basically, you have the signal, and the signal is going through these blocks, and it's either going to end up here, powering this lamp, or powering this lamp, and that depends on whether this switch is powered or unpowered. Basically, it swaps the signal from here to here. Whoops. Let me get back farther. From here to here and back. And that's basically just because this is a transparent block and air is also a transparent block right here. And since the signal can't travel through those, it will only go through only the signal with the block in front of it will actually make it through. So that's how we split the signal so that it's how we govern the signal from going either one way or another. The way the actual decoder works is you have the power source. This doesn't change, so that's basically it. And it's giving off a signal strength, and that signal goes into one of those little contraptions we saw earlier, and that splits it, depending on whether it's powered or not, into these 2 signals here. Then each of those 2 signals is mapped to one more of the machines, and depending on whether or not these 2 are powered, it will split or not, or it will go one way or another. And then the signals come out here, and each of them goes into another one. And once again, they're split. So then we have the signals go into lamps or keep going depending on whether or not we want to make it a bigger system. So now it's easier to explain with the actual visual aid. As you can see, right over here, the signal is traveling down, and it's just going straight through all of the little switchers and arriving down at 0. But if we swap this, it's going through this and this and this and this, or it's going through this and this and this, and it's not getting swapped. But when it gets to this one, which is powered, it is getting swapped. And the whole point here, the reason we only need 4 levers instead of having 1 lever to control each of these, is that we can power or unpower all of one row. And it doesn't matter, since only one of them at any given point will have a signal. So that's why we only need the 1 lever for each row. Again, if we teleport back here and say swap the first one as well as that one, then instead of going straight through here, it's being diverted down here. This one down here is still being powered, but again, it doesn't have the signal, so that doesn't matter. Instead, the signal is going down here, going straight through there, and then it's getting swapped by this one because it's still being powered by the first lever. And similarly, we can do that for all of them, and it will be swapped by this one, go down, get swapped again, go down, get swapped again, go down and get swapped, instead of going straight through any given one of these. If we say do that, then it will go down and get swapped. It will go down after being swapped, and then not get swapped by this one, and go straight down here, and then get swapped and swapped again. So this whole system isn't actually giving you a number, it's not turning this into a physical number, but it does allow you to switch easily between any number of outputs depending on how many switches you have. So that's actually a pretty useful thing. I'll show you in just a moment, but I have to swap worlds, that I have built something that basically uses this design as a mode of storing items. Here we are at Archives 2. The first one didn't turn out so well, so this is Archives 2, but the point is that this is using binary decoding to store and retrieve items. As you can see over here, we have the array of switches, and using this I can select or deselect any one of these torches, and basically that allows me to load and unload items to and from that slot. It's a little bit complicated. I'm not going to go into too much about this contraption because it's got a lot of features, but the main point that I wanted to show you, I wanted to let you in on the little uses for binary decoding, is that I can select any one of these slots just easily and from my array of 5 switches, and that's pretty cool. Just to show it to you in use, I can select this slot and then push this button, and that sound means it's loading, and it will come over here. I think it's been a while since I used this. Oh, whoops, sorry, I had it switched to loading the external cartridge. Push the button, and right here. And then I can just push this button and it'll go back. So that's basically just a use for this method. I think it's a pretty cool thing to know about, so I just wanted to show it to you and explain how it actually works. Hopefully this video was informative. If you have any questions, please feel free to put them in the comments section down below, and also if you wanted any explanation or any problems, just chuck it down there. Also, there will be a world download of my little binary decoding world that I was in a little earlier in the description, so check that out if you want to check it out. But anyway, this has been Serpent, and hopefully you enjoyed this video. I'll see you in the next one, and goodbye.